G'day ladies and gents, Cubic Meter here. There is a very common question that I get asked on my channel, and that is, how do I actually do what I do? How do I actually build all these amazing technical farms with lots of intricate redstone mechanics? And to this I will ask another question. How is it that anybody designs and builds anything technical? Well, the answer is that you have to have the right tools. So what tools do I use? Well, a good start would be Masa's mods, which is very kindly organized into this one website where you can find all the most important redstone engineering tools nicely categorized into Minecraft versions. And it cannot be understated that Masa's mods are literally the backbone of the entire technical community. And it's kind of funny to think that all the various different farms and contraptions you can build and have work perfectly fine in vanilla survival would rely almost entirely upon a modified client. For example, if I wanted to build my blast chamber multi-farm, I would have to rely on using a schematic. Some of you vanilla purists might consider this a skill issue, and that any build that functions in vanilla survival should be possible to build in vanilla survival. But let me make this proposal to you. Let's say I give you a block of metal and ask you to make me an engine. The vanilla machining purists will run over to their mill without taking any measurements or schematics, just wing it and eyeball it. I guess you could follow a tutorial. However, bear in mind that in that case, you're just watching somebody else eyeballing their own design if they aren't following their own schematic. Or you could even go as far as following a Shulkercraft tutorial, where you get to watch them watch somebody else mill an engine, even though Shulkercraft knows very little about how to design an engine in the first place. I think it's needless to say that those engines are not going to work very well. Well then surely if something is simple to build, then it must be a better design than any complex technical solution. Well, I could easily make a tutorial about how to grow a tree, and then mine it with an axe and rake in all that cash as people flock to see my amazing tree farm tutorial. But of course, that is not what my channel is about, and I would much rather make a video about an amazing complicated contraption which farms trees automatically. If you're still not convinced, let me show you the amazing advantages of using these tools in Minecraft. Something I think I just need to clarify is that Masa's mods are installed on the client, not the server. This means that you can install these tools on your instance of Minecraft and use them on any vanilla server. However, this depends entirely on the server owner and how they want people to play the game on their server, as some servers will ban client mods altogether, so just be wary of that. Let's do a quick demo of what I can do with these tools. With Litematica, I can bring up a schematic of my blast chamber multi-farm, load it in, and there we go. We've got a ghostly silhouette of all the blocks I need to place in order to build this farm. I can move the placement, rotate it, even mirror it. I can even click this button and get a material list and load it as an info HUD. So now I can run around and gather all these materials. And the awesome part is that this info HUD will eliminate items from the list as you add them to your inventory. Once you have all your materials gathered, you can stick your Litematic into layer mode like so, and then build the whole machine layer by layer. The advantage of this, of course, is that you can see and access all of the compact redstone machinery from each layer. And if you make a mistake anywhere, the schematic will let you know by highlighting blocks with specific color codes. For example, this sticky piston is the correct block. It's meant to be a sticky piston, but it's facing the wrong way. And now I can demonstrate another amazing tool. If I have Tweakeroo installed, I can hold down X and C and bring up the Tweakeroo menu. From here, I can activate all sorts of different features. What I'm interested in is the accurate and flexible block placement features. If I hold down my hotkey for flexible block placement rotation, right here, it will bring up this little GUI which lets me place this sticky piston in a specific orientation. It is completely absurd that this feature isn't already implemented in Minecraft. Like, why is it that we can't control something as simple as the rotation of a block as we place it? Accurate and flexible block placement can work on vanilla servers. However, sometimes the anti-cheat installed on the server might let you place the blocks initially, but it turns out that these blocks only exist for the client and are actually ghost blocks. So if I go ahead and right click on these observers, you can see they just simply vanish because My player has convinced itself that it's placed these blocks in this specific orientation. However, the server doesn't believe that I placed these blocks. And so there's now a desync between what the client sees and what the server sees. On some vanilla servers, I've managed to get away with using accurate and flexible block placement. However, it is generally advised to install the server-side mod, Carpet, and then activate the accurate block placement feature to make sure that it works reliably every single time. On the other hand, Litematica should work on any vanilla server because all it does is trick the client into thinking that blocks are there which really aren't. The Litematica is literally rendering ghost blocks. It's just unfortunate that without Tweakeroo, in order to place something like this piston, I would have to go ahead and place these blocks and somehow find a way to place this piston such that it is facing downwards. This is just dumb and stupid and I hate it. We seriously need something like this desperately. So that is merely a taste of how these tools can improve the vanilla survival experience. Something else I should probably touch on is the creative utility of these tools. If you have ever seen or heard about what I am like when I'm designing a complex redstone contraption, then you will know that I am like Michael Jackson himself, hitting up to 10 buttons a second to make full use of my redstone toolbox. I have keys like flexible rotation placement bound to my Alt key, things like offset placement bound to my Control key, a function which directly reverses the direction of placement bound to my V key, a toggle for fast block placement bound to my J key, as well as the ability to switch the mode of fast block placement by doing Z1 to 6. I can go up and down layers in a schematic using page up and page down, as well as having an extra button on my mouse bound to set the current layer to where I'm standing. I have a toggle for angel block bound to my B key that lets me place blocks initially in the air, a vast selection of saved hotbars of commonly used redstone components that I can rapidly switch between, the ability to go into free cam just by hitting my E key so I can float around and inspect machinery. I have a toggle for Litmatica's schematic rendering bound to my R key so I can very quickly switch on and off the rendering of any schematic. With Litematica, I can create a quick and dirty selection like so, and using this stick and holding down the Control key, I can scroll through the different Litematica settings, go to area selection, make a quick selection like so, and by holding down my K key and looking in the direction and scrolling, I can move around what I have selected. So I can move around the selection, there we go. If I hit my Y key, I can quickly make a copy. Then I can move it around using my K key again. And by using execute operation, my G key, I can paste in that schematic. So in this way, Litematica essentially becomes like an alternative to World Edit, with the added advantage of not only rendering your selection boxes, but also rendering a preview of the schematic that you're pasting. That said, I will tend to use Litematica and World Edit interchangeably, as they both have different features and are good for different specific purposes. One final thing that I want to talk about is mod installation. In order to keep myself organized, I use the MultiMC Minecraft launcher, which lets me organize different instances of Minecraft for different versions. So every time Minecraft updates, all I need to do is simply create a new instance. I can then go to Edit Instance and install Fabric there and then. Once Fabric is installed, I can go to these websites and get Masa's mods, and then open up the instance folder, go to Minecraft, mods, and all I need to do is drag and drop Masa's mods into the mods folder. Another cool thing I can do is go to my previous Minecraft instance, open up the instance folder, I can copy the config file, my hotbars, as well as my Minecraft options. This lets me bring across all of my keybinds for Litematica, Tweakeroo, as well as Minecraft, and so the game is ready to play the instant that I launch. And already I should be able to load in my hotbars. There we go, there are my hotbars. I've also got Tweaker installed, along with my keybinds for flexible block placement, and all of my schematics. So that is just a small taste of the Redstone engineering toolbox. Hopefully this video is helpful to people who want to get started with the technical side of Minecraft, as having the right tools will elevate your engineering capabilities. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.